Let's be honest, you're watching this video because at some point you probably thought sports betting was different. Different from regular gambling, different from casinos, different from slots, different from the guy sitting at the blackjack table at 3 in the morning chasing losses with money he doesn't have. Because sports betting feels smarter than that. It feels like research, it feels like analysis, it feels like watching games, knowing teams, understanding injuries, reading lines, tracking trends, and making informed decisions. And maybe you convinced yourself that because you know sports, this wasn't really gambling. It was investing, or it was strategy, or side hustle, or maybe it was your edge. Maybe you thought you were one good run away from changing everything, like paying off debt, getting ahead in life, making paying rent easier, building up your bankroll, finally proving to yourself that all those hours watching games actually meant something. But here's the harsh truth: sports betting is gambling. And if you're treating it like a way to make money, there's a good chance it's already becoming a problem. I know that's not what a lot of people want to hear, but sports betting has done an incredible job of making itself look normal. It's not some dark casino anymore. It's on your phone, it's on TV, it's on the pregame show, in the podcast ad reads, in the broadcasts, in your group chats, and in your odds boost emails. It's everywhere. And because it's everywhere, it starts to feel harmless. Before anything else, you need to understand this. I'm in recovery from a gambling problem myself. My name's Joe, and my last bet was April 16th, 2024. I make videos like this because I don't want to see people fall for the same trap I did. Because I didn't think I had a gambling problem either. I always thought it was a money problem or a discipline problem, maybe a bad streak of losses. I thought I had a just need one good weekend problem, but really, I had a sports betting issue. And sports betting convinced me for a long time that I was closer to figuring it out than I actually was. And that's the first trap. Sports betting makes you feel smart while it takes your money. And again, that's why it's so dangerous. Because when you lose at a slot machine, it's pretty obvious what happened. You pressed a button, the machine beat you. But when you lose a sports bet, your brain gets to build a story. The coach made a bad call. The ref screwed you. The quarterback threw a pick. The bullpen collapsed in the eighth. The star player got hurt, the weather changed, or the line moved. The analytics were right, but the result was wrong. So instead of accepting that you lost, you convince yourself that you were close. And close is one of the most dangerous feelings in gambling, because close makes you think you're improving. Close makes you think the next one will hit. Close makes you think the process is working. Close keeps you coming back. You don't even need to lose badly to get hooked. You can lose by half a point. You can lose because of one pitch, one snap, one whistle, one injury, one garbage time basket, and then what do? You don't walk away, you say that was a bad beat, or you say, I was on the right side and I'd make that bet again. And maybe you would, but that's exactly how the trap works. Sports betting gives you just enough evidence to believe you're right, even when your account balance says you're losing. And let's talk about the big wins, because I know some people watching this have hit them. Maybe it was the big parlay. Maybe you had a streak where you turned $50 into $2,000. Maybe you had a weekend where everything landed and people were texting you like you're the genius. But let me ask you something honestly. Did that win actually change your life, or did it just make you believe a bigger one was coming? Because for a lot of us, the big win was not the solution. The big win was just the beginning of the next disaster. That's the part people don't understand. The win doesn't satisfy you, it just upgrades the fantasy. Because now $100 doesn't feel like enough, $500 doesn't feel like enough, and now you know that it's possible. Now every bet after that feels like it could be the next one, and that's where sports betting starts to rewire your brain. You stop watching the game like a fan and start watching games like your life actually depends on them. And the worst part is, it doesn't even need to be a lot of money at first. That's how people just lie to themselves. They'll say, I'm only betting $10 or $25. It's not like I'm losing thousands. But the amount isn't the only warning sign. How many bets a day are you placing? How often are you checking the app? How often are you thinking about it? How many deposits are you making? How often are you telling yourself you're done after this last one? That's the harsh truth about sports betting. It doesn't have to destroy you all at once. It can slowly take over your day before you even realize it. You're checking last night's picks, you're looking for picks on Twitter or Discord or Reddit, and then you go back to the app and place them. And before you've even had breakfast, sports betting has already become the first thing in your life that day. That's not entertainment or casual. That's definitely not being a fan. It's the beginning of obsession. And if that sounds familiar, this is exactly why I partnered with Birch's Health. Birches connects people struggling with gambling to licensed therapists who actually understand gambling addiction, not just general addiction. If you've been telling yourself you'll stop after the next win, after the next paycheck, or after you get back to even, it might be time to talk to someone. You can learn more through the link in my video description. And I know the argument, but some people win. Yeah, some people do win. It's actually about 4%. But sportsbooks are not billion-dollar companies because everyone is beating them. They're not giving out odds boosts because they're nice people, and they're not sending you promos because they care about your financial freedom. They're definitely not offering same-game parlays because they want you to get rich. They're selling a product, and the product is you believing you have an edge. That's all that sports betting is. It's not you versus the game. It's not you versus Vegas. It's not even you versus the sportsbook. It's you versus your own brain inside a system designed to exploit it. Because sports betting attacks every weakness a gambler has: confidence, ego, emotion, FOMO, chasing losses, pattern recognition, the need to be right, the need to prove you're smarter than the line. And if you're a sports fan, it gets even easier to justify because you already know the players and the teams, you're already watching the game, so it doesn't even really feel like it's gambling. But knowing sports doesn't mean that you can beat sports betting. You can know everything about a football team and still lose your rent on the over. You can know every NBA rotation and still get buried by player props. You can know baseball analytics and still lose because the best hitter in the world goes 0 for 4. Sports are unpredictable. That's literally why people love watching them. But somehow we convince ourselves that we can predict consistently enough to make money. And even when we lose, we don't blame the system, we just blame ourselves. You start saying, I should have known, or I should have hedged, I wish I took the under, I should have waited for a better number, I wish I cashed out. And that's another trap. Sports betting makes every outcome feel like a lesson, but sometimes the lesson is just this: you're gambling, you lost, and the app is hoping you try again. That's it. Now let's talk about parlays, because parlays might be the most dangerous thing sports betting ever normalized. They're marketed like lottery tickets for sports fans. Small bet with a huge payout and a big dream. And sportsbooks love them because they are extremely hard to hit. But they don't sell you the probability. They're selling you the possibility. They show you the guy who turned $20 into $80,000, and they show you the insane same-game parlays that hit. They show you the screenshot. They show you the celebration. But they don't show you the thousands of people who donated money trying to hit the same thing. A parlay win doesn't make you free. It makes you believe the impossible is repeatable. And once you believe that, sports betting has you. Because now every long shot feels reasonable. Every boost is valuable. Every just $10 feels harmless. And when the bet loses, you don't stop. You just build the next ticket and the next one and the next one. And eventually you're not betting to win money, you're betting to feel hope. A lot of sports bettors aren't even chasing entertainment. They're chasing relief from debt, from stress, from boredom, from feeling stuck, relief from the damage caused by their last bet. And that's when sports betting becomes really dangerous. Because now the thing causing the pain becomes the thing you think will fix it. You lose money betting, so you bet to win it back. You feel ashamed from betting, so you bet to feel better. You create debt from betting, so you bet because you don't know another way out. That's not a hobby, it's a cycle, and the sportsbooks do not care. They will let you deposit again and again. They'll let you chase forever. It'll let you live bet at midnight on a game you didn't even know existed 10 minutes ago. And that's another harsh truth. Sports betting is incredibly easy to hide. You don't smell like alcohol. You're not stumbling home. You don't have to go to a physical casino anymore. You don't need anyone to even see you. You can be sitting on the couch next to your family and losing your paycheck on your phone. And that's one of the loneliest parts of this addiction. Because from the outside, you may look completely fine. You're still showing up to everything. You're still working. You're still laughing. You're still watching the game. But inside, you're doing math in your head. How much did I lose? How much more can I deposit? What bet is coming up next? How can I move some money around? Who can I go to borrow from? What can I hide? How do I get back to even? And that phrase right there ruins people. Back to even. Because once you start chasing even, you're not betting for fun anymore. You're not even betting to win. You're just betting to erase. Erase that loss, erase the shame, erase the panic, erase the evidence. Erase that version of yourself that made the deposit in the first place. That's why I hate the way this industry gets marketed. They make it look like community and entertainment and being a smarter fan and that everybody's doing it. But nobody advertises the part where you're staring at your bank account at 1 in the morning trying to figure out how you let this happen again. Nobody advertises the part where a win doesn't feel good anymore because you're still down overall. You won't spend money on dinner, but you'll deposit into the sportsbook. You won't buy something you need, but you'll chase another live bet. You'll hesitate over a $20 purchase and then fire $200 on a game because you feel like you see something. That's not logic, that's addiction wearing a jersey. And I already know some people are going to hear this and say, you were just bad at betting. Maybe. Maybe I was. But if your defense of sports betting is that you're smarter than everyone else losing money, that's exactly the mindset I'm talking about. Every problem gambler thinks they're different until they're not. Every gambler thinks they have control until they lose. Every gambler thinks they can stop after the next win until the next win becomes the reason they keep going. So ask yourself honestly, are you actually in control, or are you winning enough sometimes to ignore the fact that this is becoming a problem? Can you watch a game without betting on it? Can you lose and not chase your losses? Can you win and actually withdraw money? Can you go a full weekend without even opening the app? Can you get paid and not think about adding money to your bankroll for betting? Can you delete the app and feel nothing? Because if the answer is no, then maybe this isn't just entertainment anymore. And that doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you stupid. It's not making you a failure. It means you got pulled into a system that is very, very good at doing exactly what it was built to do. Sportsbooks are not built for you to casually win. They're built for volume and for retention and for engagement. They're built for you to come back over and over and over. The more bets you place, the more likely they win. The more time you spend inside the app, the more likely they win. The more emotional you get, the more likely they win. And the more you believe you're one smart bet away, the more likely they win. That's the harsh truth. Sports betting isn't freedom. It's not a side hustle. It's not a way out. It's not investing. It's not harmless because it has commercials, celebrity promotions, and odds on ESPN. It is gambling. And for some people, it becomes a trap that takes their money, their time, their peace, their relationships, and their ability to enjoy sports at all. So truly ask yourself this: what has sports betting actually given you? Not what did one win give you for 5 minutes, not what did one parlay make you feel like, not what could happen if everything finally goes your way. What has it actually given you? Has it made you more financially secure? Has it made watching sports more enjoyable? Has it made you more honest with the people around you? Has it made you proud of who you're becoming? Or has it slowly turned something you loved into something that controls your mood, your money, and your mind? Because for me, sports betting didn't make me free. It just made me desperate, secretive, anxious, and selfish. It made me believe the next bet could fix the damage I caused by all the bets before it, and it never did. So if this sounds familiar, don't wait until your life completely falls apart before you take it seriously. The problem starts way before rock bottom. It starts when you're checking lines before checking on yourself. It starts when you're hiding bets. It starts when losses will actually ruin your day. That version of you deserves help before everything burns down, not after. So yeah, fuck sports betting. Not because I hate sports, I love them. But I hate what sports betting has done to sports. I hate what it does to people. I hate how it sells hope to people who are already hurting. I hate how it makes addiction look like entertainment. And I hate how many people are going to learn the hard way that this was never as harmless as they made it seem.